Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 489. Episode number 489 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow us on Twitter and Gab. And, of course, the Twitter alternative is Gab, folks, gab.ai. You can follow me on both of those social media accounts under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now, I want to extend my apologies to all the folks that were expecting a show yesterday. Unfortunately, by the time the show was about to air, we had all kinds of, rain and hail, high winds. My biggest concern was that my damn windows were going to break from all the damn hail, for heaven's sake. And, I find it rather ironic because I've never seen this type of weather happen on such a, habitual pattern. It seems like we're just having to get used to this wicked weather, for heaven's sake. So, inevitably, folks, I decided to cancel yesterday's broadcast because of the weather. Even if I was to, do a broadcast, I probably would have been disrupted because of lights going on and off. You probably could have heard the hail on the window. I'm telling you this right now, I've never seen so many hailstorms, never seen so many high winds, tornadic activity on a habitual basis of my life, man. And I'm telling you, HAARP, if you don't know what HAARP is, I strongly advise you to look that up, all right? I'm telling you, they're creating the weather, in my opinion, all right? They're trying to give Texas the harpies, in my view, all right? They're trying to give Texas the harpies. But today is a nice, beautiful spring day today. Unfortunately, I didn't take the day off. I was stuck with the gloom and doom, but great, beautiful day. As a matter of fact, after the rain went away later on in the evening, you could just smell the spring rain in the air. It's just springtime, man. I just love it. You could sense the birds and the bees, the new life. The spirit, it's great. You gotta love spring. I love it. Unfortunately, I am missing out because I'm having to do the broadcast because we got a lot of important things to talk about here. I got a lot of important things to discuss. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it, folks. Let's get to the markets. Let's get to cryptocurrency, folks. Cryptocurrency's been mostly up And the reason is because of all the things that I've been tweeting as of late and the things that I've been discussing as of late. What have I been saying, folks, for the past months? I've been saying as more and more countries move towards getting rid of their physical currency, that cryptocurrency is going to become a viable alternative to folks that just would otherwise not want the government to be a goddamn overlord of every transaction that's happening. Now, with that being said, folks, we discussed that here recently Japan legalized cryptocurrency as a legal form of tender, so you can legitimately take whatever monies or whatever currencies you've got accumulated in digital cryptocurrency, go to Japan and live lavish if you have a lot of cryptocurrency. I'm not joking around. You could set yourself up in Japan. It's legal tender out there. With that being said, we're talked about other countries trying to open up their cryptocurrency markets. India, folks, we've been talking about India. Some news out of India. Let me go ahead and retweet this. India sets up a high-level committee to study cryptocurrency. And the reason, of course, India is studying cryptocurrency is because they've gotten rid of their physical currency for a lot of reasons, one of which sanitary. Something having to do with the fact that, you know, there's a lot of unsanitary situations going on in India, and it's transferred via the damn money. So I don't know, whatever. But we've got India, folks, looking promising out here. And as I stated, the more and more countries that legalize cryptocurrency as a legitimate form of tender, the more these prices of the cryptocurrency are going to increase. Because just like any market, the more people you get into the market, the higher the price of the market goes. It's going to rise. We've already got Japan, which is already causing the rise in cryptocurrency currently, in my view. If we were to have India to come aboard and legalize the cryptocurrency as legal tender, then all of a sudden you got, almost over 1 billion Indians that are now going to get into the cryptocurrency market and save, spend, hoard, whatever the case might be. So that within itself is going to take out a good portion of whatever cryptocurrency that India, and I think it's going to be maybe a few cryptocurrency that India is going to accept. And as a result, folks, if you're not in the ground level here in the next, I would say next month or two, maybe to the summer, if you're not on the ground level yet, man, doing something, and if you're, I don't care what avenue you're taking in the cryptocurrency market, whether you're just someone who doesn't really understand it, but you've got a digital wallet and you're accumulating digital currency just for a long-term investment, whether you're trading, because, folks, you can actually trade cryptocurrencies all night long. There's a variety of different exchanges in which you could do so. Or mine it. We've been talking about mining. You can mine via hardware, via GPU, setting up your own GPU rig, or mining in the cloud, which is what yours truly does. Either way, I don't care how you do it. Just do it. Because if you don't hop aboard this cryptocurrency explosion, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass at least for the next 10 years of your life, maybe more. So just hoard it. Hoard it like gold or silver, okay? Now, let me go ahead and retweet another article here, and this is out of CNBC, folks, okay? This is legitimate business news that covers Wall Street here. Bitcoin value rises over $1 billion as Japan, Russia move to legitimize cryptocurrency. That is correct, folks. Russia, the Ruskies, are also considering legalizing cryptocurrency. I'm telling you this right now, the more and more this moves forward towards legitimacy, I'm telling you this right now, the higher the prices of these damn cryptocurrencies are going to go. And the beautiful part about cryptocurrency is that you could cash this damn cryptocurrency out anywhere. You understand? I mean, when I cover cryptocurrency in the first hour and I say prices, I'm saying prices based upon United States dollars. You can convert cryptocurrency into any denomination. In some denominations, cryptocurrency may be in a massive fortune. And in currencies like the United States, it may not be because, the U.S. dollar as it pertains to the currency market at this time is king. So that's the beautiful part about it, man. I mean, you got yourself a whole bunch of cryptocurrency. You could go cash out in the Bahamas and get Bahama bucks. Not the place that gives the snow cones, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I mean, you could go cash out in, the Caribbean. You could cash out in Europe. You could cash out in Africa. I mean, you could cash out anywhere, man. And that's the beautiful part about it. You can exchange it for whatever currency is necessary. And the beautiful part about it, Bitcoin is accepted, and not just Bitcoin, other cryptocurrency in general, it's starting to be accepted worldwide. So that's why I am trying to encourage everybody that's listening to my broadcast to hop on this right now. I mean, if you have not done so, please do so. Just start hoarding it, man. All right? Even if you don't understand how to trade it, you don't understand the complexities of mining it, even though I think mining the cloud is a very good opportunity to do, folks. All right? I'm just saying, look, I hate to keep plugging this here, but I'm trying to get people on the right track of potentially getting themselves into a wealth-generating situation. All right? Now, I am personally mining in the cloud right now, and I am doubling down, as a matter of fact. All right? I'm putting more money down because the thing about this mining contract that I'm doing here is that I've got a 2-year contract. So for the next 2 years, I'm going to be mining at a certain hash rate for which I purchased. And that hash rate will continue to mine for 2 years and continue to deposit whatever the yield is of that mining per day to whatever wallet I have it directed to. Now, just imagine that the mining contracts that are being put out today and the prices of them, how they're put out today, as these damn freaking prices of cryptocurrency go higher and higher, the contracts are obviously going to go higher, but you have been signed up for a contract at the prices of the current day. And in my view, I think that for a 2-year mining contract, it is a legitimate long-term investment that has the potential of yielding massive profits. And massive profits not just based upon mining the general yield of the cryptocurrency, but of the price increase that is bound to take place given that we have all these goddamn countries that are going to legalize the cryptocurrency. So I'm just trying to say, folks, one more time, I have a pinned tweet on my Twitter account. Let me go ahead and retweet it. If you want to mine in the clouds, I'm doing it. Genesis-mining.com, discount code WEA296. Discount code WEA296. I'm telling you this right now, man. You better get in now. If you're not mining, just hoard it. Just buy it. Just do whatever it takes, man. I mean, even if you only have $50 of it right now, if you only have $100 of it right now, I mean, that could potentially explode into who knows what. And then you could cash out and that money that you didn't even know would amount to anything that's in a digital wallet could pay for your goddamn insurance or your wedding or some kind of crap. So I'm just saying. Anyway, with that being said, folks, I'm doubling down on the mining hash power because in the end, folks, the prices of these cryptocurrencies are going to go higher and higher, and I want to accumulate as much as I can for the next 2 years, man. And not to mention, I am also going to, since I'm taking all this very, very serious, I'm planning on also building some kind of a rig since I've got a lot of people asking me about it. I've got a lot of folks saying, hey, well, why don't you build a rig? Could you build a rig? And I'm considering it because I just want to show people how hard it is and at the same time, the different expenses and how much it will cost and the rigmarole and the electricity and that sort of thing. So that's in the works here in the next few months. What I'm going to do is, go try to combine some sort of hardware, GPUs, put it on a motherboard, fans, all that crap. But in the end, we'll do a comparison because in the end, I believe that even though hardware rigging will yield you the most in currency, you're still having to upgrade hardware. You're still having to use your own electricity. You're having to use your own internet service. And there's a lot of factors that people don't factor in, man. And not to mention your sweat equity putting together the whole damn thing. Because, if you're going to buy your own miner, let's say you don't even want to put together a GPU-based miner. Let's say you want to go out and buy one that's already put together, like Antminer. Man, for an Antminer, low-end used Antminer, and I don't mean to plug Antminer, they're not, but I'm just saying that's the general commercialized piece of hardware built for mining. Used Antminer is going to cost you $900. $900. And then on top of that, you got to make sure that it's up to par. You got to make sure that the software is running okay with it. There's a lot of factors, man. People don't take that into consideration. Sweat equity, electricity, upgrades, hardware. It's just, give me a break. I'm just saying. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to the cryptocurrency markets, folks, because it's looking pretty hot right now. I'm telling you this right now. Let's get to Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin had risen. It had risen up for the past couple of days, and the reason is because of the Japanese hype. Right now, it is down slightly because of the increase. So, in the end, what do we have here? We have Bitcoin, symbol BTC. All right. Current market capitalization for Bitcoin is $19.5 billion. Market capitalization. Current circulating supply for Bitcoin is 16.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has gone down, folks. We were hitting about 1,200, 12 and change. It has gone down 0.52%, closing out Bitcoin, or I should say the current price to Bitcoin, symbol BTC, current price, $1,199.02. Very, very volatile. Very volatile in the Bitcoin market as of late because of the news that we've got all these countries wanting to legitimize cryptocurrency as a means of tender. It's an exciting time to be in the cryptocurrency market, man. This is an exciting time.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Let's go ahead and do this here. We got Ethereum, symbol ETH. Let's go ahead and get to it. Market capitalization for Ethereum is 4.2 billion with a B, 4.2 billion in market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Ethereum is 90.6 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum has gone up 6.88%. Current price for Ethereum, symbol ETH, current price, $46.41 per Ethereum cryptocurrency. Let's go ahead and get to Litecoin. Did anybody see the run on Litecoin? I've been trading Litecoin all night long, man. I'm not even joking around. Did you see that? Anyway, let me go ahead and get to Litecoin, folks. Symbol LTC. The current market capitalization for Litecoin is $146 million. The current circulating supply for Litecoin is 50.6 million Litecoin in circulation. In the past 24 hours, folks, Litecoin Litecoin has gone up 23.43%. Can you believe that? 23.43%. A lot of liquid to be made in there. If you're mining Litecoin, you're in the money, baby. I'm telling you this right now. Anyway, Litecoin current price, symbol LTC, current price $10.79 per Litecoin. I'm telling you, cryptocurrency, serious business, man. Let's get to Dash. Dash is on its way up as we speak. I think that we're on a wave as we speak on Dash, symbol DASH. The current market capitalization for Dash is $478 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply for Dash is 7.2 million circulating supply of Dash. In the past 24 hours, folks, it has gone up 11.15%. Take a look at that chart. It's on its way up. Can you see that chart? Something to consider. I'm just saying. All right, something to consider. Let's go ahead and get to the current price of Dash, symbol DASH, current price $66.15 per Dash coin. Let's get to the Monero, folks. The Monero, symbol XMR. The Monero current market capitalization for the Monero is $312 million. The current circulating supply for the Monero is 14.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, the Monero has gone up 1.95%. Current price for the Monero, once again, XMR the symbol, current price $21.88 per Monero. Let's get to Ethereum Classic, folks. Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC. Current market capitalization for Ethereum Classic is $239 million. Current circulating supply for Ethereum Classic is 90.6 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum Classic has gone up 3.23%. Once again, 3.23% increase. Current price for Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC, current price $2.64 per Ethereum Classic. Let's go ahead and get to Zcash, folks. Zcash, symbol ZEC. The current market capitalization for Zcash is almost $66 million. The current circulating supply for Zcash is 1,072,000 in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone down 0.83%. Current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price $61.52 per Zcash cryptocurrency. All right? I'm telling you this right now. I'm not joking around. This is serious money here, okay? This is serious money. Let's continue going. Decred, symbol DCR, Decred, current market capitalization is $52 million. The current circulating supply for Decred is 4.6 million in circulation. We've got the past 24 hours, Decred has gone down 1.19%. Current price for Decred, symbol DCR, current price $11.24 per Decred cryptocurrency. Now, let's get to BitConnect, folks. Now, I've been talking about BitConnect here for the past several shows. And the reason I've been talking about it is because I believe that this is a safe haven in which people that are making liquid on trades are putting their liquidity just to kind of put for safe haven. And if you take a look at the BitConnect's chart, it's just a gradual increase up and up and up. It's very slow. You take a look, there's very little waves, short and choppy, but it's gradually going up. You barely see any kind of negativity in BitConnect. Let's go ahead and get to it. Symbol BCC, BitConnect. The current market capitalization for BitConnect is almost $52 million. The current circulating supply for BitConnect is 5.9 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, BitConnect has gone up 5.12% increase. Current price for BitConnect, symbol BCC, current price $8.68 per BitConnect cryptocurrency. Let's continue on. Let's see who we have here, folks. We got Game Credits. Have you been seeing Game Credits is on its way up, folks? I know, I can't believe it, but we're covering coins here that are on its way up. Game Credits, symbol GAME. Current market capitalization for Game Credits is $34.3 million. Current circulating supply for Game Credits is 61.9 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Game Credits has gone up 4.81% increase in the past 24 hours. Take a look at that chart. Take a look at, there's a nice spike in there. I'm telling you, this has been very volatile for the past couple of sessions in my view. All right, current price for Game Credits, symbol GAME, current price, 55.5239 cents. 55 cents is what I'm saying, 55 cents. 55 cents. Hey, you can make some money in these damn penny cryptocurrency stocks. Or not stocks, they're currencies, excuse me. You got to forgive me. Sometimes, you deal in all these markets, they start looking a lot the same. Anyway, what I'm saying is like, let's say you only got about $500. And let's say you got into Game Credits. Game Credits, like about 2 sessions ago, was at about 40 cents. Let's say you got in there and you held it to about, right now, it's at 55 cents, man. I mean, you're making some serious liquid there. I mean, these are the kind of plays that you want to make if you're going to be trading and you're going to be wanting to trade $500 and make $500 into, $15,000 in about 6 months. That's how you have to do it. You got to look for these types of plays and be able to maximize the liquidity possible. Take the liquidity that you make off of the trade and make sure that you don't lose it. You know what I mean? These are volatile markets out here. Remember, it's a beautiful part, yet the bad part about the cryptocurrency market, it's volatile. Volatility is always good when you want to make a quick buck in liquidity. It's bad when you want to keep something in for the long term and you got to bite your nails and look at that increased up and down kind of situation happening on a daily basis. But in my view, I think that everybody needs to take a look at some of these cryptocurrencies that are not worth $1 and that, have these big time spikes. I mean, you can make some money just holding on to it for about an hour, 2 hours, and then just getting out. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's continue going here. Let's get to CreditBit. Man, have you seen CreditBits going up, man? CreditBit, symbol CRBIT, CreditBit. The current market capitalization for CreditBit is $21.7 million. The current circulating supply for CreditBit is 12.5 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, CreditBit has gone up 29.45% increase for CreditBit. The current price for CreditBit, symbol CRBIT, current price $1.73 per CreditBit cryptocurrency. Let's continue. We got Zcoin. Zcoin, folks, symbol XZC. Current market capitalization for Zcoin is $14.1 million. The current circulating supply for Zcoin is 1.8 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcoin has gone up 3.06% increase. The current price for Zcoin, symbol XZC, current price $7.59 per Zcoin. And I'm going to go ahead and cover this one, folks, because we're seeing some increases that are kind of decent, and it's kind of a generic coin. It's not worth too much, but you're seeing about a 30% increase in a 24-hour period, so we might as well go ahead and cover it. How about Potcoin? That's right, Potcoin, folks. Symbol P-O-T, Potcoin. Current market capitalization for Potcoin is $10.2 million. Current circulating supply for Potcoin is 216 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Potcoin has gone up 29.70%. 29.70%. Current price for Potcoin, symbol P-O-T, current price, a whopping 4 cents, baby, 4 cents. Hey, that's still 30% profit. I mean, let's say you put $10 into Potcoin, you'd be up a $3-4 bucker. I'm just saying. Let's get to Bitcoin Dark, folks, because we saw a dramatic increase in Bitcoin Dark last week. It is now finally starting to come down. Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD. The current market capitalization for Bitcoin Dark is $9.5 million. Current circulating supply for Bitcoin Dark is 1.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Dark has gone down 5.39%. The current price for Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD, current price $7.42 per Bitcoin Dark. And last but not least, let's go ahead and get to Z Classic, folks. Z Classic, symbol ZCL. The current market capitalization for Z Classic is $3.5 million. The current circulating supply for Z Classic is 1.1 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Z Classic has gone down 5.19%. The current price for Z Classic, symbol ZCL, current price $3.12 per Z Classic cryptocurrency. And that concludes our coverage of the cryptocurrency markets, folks. Once again, I would strongly advise everybody to at least get into the cryptocurrency market. I mean, just hoard it, all right? Try to figure out a way to obtain it and hoard it, man. I'm telling you, here in about a year or two, you're going to start seeing these prices of cryptocurrency go to unbelievable proportions. And I just don't want you to miss out on it, man. I don't want you to miss out on it because some idiot was like, I don't believe in it because I'm just some stupid fat loser that I'm just always negative, and that's why I live with my mama. Just hoard it, all right? I don't care how you get it, just get it and hoard it like gold or silver, all right? I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the stock market, folks. Now, we had some volatility, believe it or not, in the stock market. And the reason is because earnings aren't, where they should be this quarter. And at the same time, we have a lot of uncertainty happening in the international community. One thing that did just give a little bit of a volatile pump, if you take a look at the intraday chart, was Donald Trump's comments that the dollar is too strong. I like it. I like how Donald Trump is trying to calm the value of this dollar being over-speculated because, folks, we don't and really can't afford right now at the current state of the economy to have a strong value dollar because that is going to prohibit folks from spending the dollar. Because if the dollar is going to increase in value, and we've talked about this time and time again, why would anyone want to spend it? All anyone is going to want to do, they're going to hoard it just like gold and silver. I mean, right now, at the current conditions in the U.S. currency market, if you're holding on to money, you're making money right now. I'm not even joking around. I mean, it's unbelievable. Now, part of that is because of speculation. We've talked about this many times. There's a lot of uncertainty in the international community. A lot of investors in Britannia, in Europe, and Asia, they want to be cashed out in U.S. currency. All right? They don't want to be holding their currency for too long because the volatility in their currency markets, could make whatever profits that they're cashing out on insignificant. So that's why you have this over-speculation run on the dollar, which is causing an increased value on the U.S. dollar, on top of which you've got Janet Yellen wanting to increase interest rates, which will, of course, increase the value of the dollar. Now, I know this is very complicated, but this is how monetary systems work. When the central bank, Federal Reserve, or any central bank in any country, when they raise interest rates, the reason they raise interest rates is to recall dollars that were printed during any kind of quantitative easing, anything to that capacity. So, in my view, whenever the Federal Reserve decides that it wants to raise interest rates, the Federal Reserve feels that the economy is at such a positive growth sustainable rate that it can raise interest rates to recall dollars so that they can no longer be in circulation so that the value of the dollar can go up. Now, the reason they would raise interest rates is because people are spending the dollars. The dollar value is not very high, so you're going to have a lot of money exchanging hands. That is when the Federal Reserve, at least in my view, I think it would be the best opportunity to gradually raise interest rates. But right now, you've got the Federal Reserve under Janet Yellen believing that our economy is somewhat, decent, that they continue to give us these love taps of 0.25% interest rate increases. And to be honest with you, I think it's good and bad. Okay? I think it's good that the fact that Janet Yellen isn't increasing these interest rates really high, which, would cause a very serious situation, in my opinion. But at the same time, it's a bad thing because you've got these folks that are pumping and dumping this goddamn U.S. dollar. And it's not that there's anybody manipulating the U.S. dollar. It's just you've got so much damn uncertainty out here, people want to get paid in it. So with that being said, Donald Trump did say that the U.S. dollar is a little bit too valuable. He wanted to kind of put that particular comment out there to try to spook the markets. It did a tad bit if you take a look at the intraday chart, but still closed out on the negative. So let's go ahead and get right to it, folks. The Dow Jones Industrial today is down 59.44 points, a percentage decrease of 0.29%. Closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 20,591.86 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. Once again, folks, I don't know what the hell Wall Street is smoking. I don't know what's going on here. In my view, there's nothing justifying these levels of index averages. There's just no justification for this. I've talked about it time and time again. I hate to sound like a bear investor here. I hate to sound like the old man in Wall Street 1. You got to stick to the fundamentals, bud. You got to stick to the fundamentals. I hate to say it, but you got to stick to the goddamn fundamentals, for Christ's sake, man. I don't know what kind of crack these people are smoking. Anyway, let's get to the S&P 500. It is down today 8.85 points, a percentage decrease of 0.38%. Closing out the S&P at 2,344.93 points for the S&P 500. Let's get to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is also down today 30.61 points, a percentage decrease of 0.52%. Closing out the NASDAQ at 5,836.16 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, once again, a decrease today, maybe an increase tomorrow. Who the hell knows? Because there's no independent investors in this market anymore. There ain't no independent investors in this market anymore, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's all Wall Street, hedge fund managers, mutual fund managers. It's a bunch of crap. Now, the good news is that Donald Trump is and has been vocal here recently about overhauling the financial regulations, and that would be a shot in the arm for everybody, in my view. people have been talking to Donald Trump stating, hey, we want you to lift the PDT rule, not just our show, but independent investors that are out there in the United States know that this pattern day trading rule, in which the only people that are permitted in the United States to pattern or day trade are those people that have $25,000 in their brokerage account, thanks to Mr. Barack Obama, Mr. Yes We Can out here. This is why I'm saying, I mean, the leftists, the Democrats, they have out-regulated the independent investor out of Wall Street. All right? And it's a shame, because there should be no reason, and I've said this time and time again, there should be no reason why there should be someone who's working for a living, someone who's actually going out there and busting their ass. There should be no reason why she or he can't go and trade stocks on a pattern or day trading basis so that they can gain some liquidity, so that they can get some kind of a goddamn supplemental income. How come this is only exclusive to the Wall Street bastards? I'll tell you why, because they purchased and paid for the Democrats and Barack Obama the last presidential cycles. Not anymore, folks. That's why good news coming around the pike. Hopefully Donald Trump can hear our call and drop the pattern and day trading rule so that we can have independent investors once again partaking in this market and taking advantage of the liquidity, supplementing their incomes. I don't understand, why are we preventing people in this country from the economic freedom of doing that? It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's continue going here. Let's get to commodities, shall we? All right. Now, energy, folks, it's starting to take a little bit of a pullback because, well, let's be honest, the whole increases that we've been seeing here recently is in conjunction with the Syrian airstrikes. All right, I mean, anytime there's any kind of Middle Eastern warfare, conflict, a revolution, anything to that capacity, these oil investors get funny in the pants and they start buying. It happens every time. So just a little word of advice for you folks who want to get a little bit of cake off the top of any kind of potential rise in oil. Whenever there's any kind of conflict, any kind of airstrikes, any kind of bombings, anything of that capacity in the Middle East, one thing that you could do is take a look at the energy ETFs, ETNs, because it makes these damn oil investors feel funny in the pants whenever they see any kind of destabilization in the Middle East. They love it. Anyway, let's continue going here. Let's get to WTI sweet crude, okay? WTI, it is down today 58 cents, a percentage decrease of 1.09%, closing out WTI at $52.82 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Brent crude, let's go ahead and get to it. It is down today 65 cents, a percentage decrease of 1.16%, closing out Brent crude at $55.58 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline coming down, folks. It is down 1.33%. The feast or famine commodity, natural gas, it is up today 0.92%. We've got heating oil down today 0.25%. Now let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, gold, folks, saw a little bit of an increase here. And the reason is because what have I said? What have I said? What have I said? I said in times of uncertainty, investors always resort to the old safe haven, gold and silver. Well, haven't I been saying I've been bullish on gold and silver when everybody's been leaving? And why? Why I've been saying it? Because I'm telling you there's uncertainty around the pike. I mean, good God, anybody can see it. Anybody with any kind of goddamn fundamentals, you got to stick to the fundamentals, bud. Anybody with any kind of goddamn fundamentals can see it. So with that being said, let's get to the metals. We got gold, folks, up today, $14.70, a percentage increase of 1.16%, closing out gold at $1,288.90 per troy ounce of gold. Telling you, man, I told you. We've got silver. Silver is also up today, folks, 23 cents, a percentage increase of 1.27% increase on the day, closing out silver at $18.49 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper down today. It is down 2.57% decrease on the day for copper. And platinum is unchanged, baby. Platinum is unchanged for the day. Let's go ahead and get to the agriculture. Let's get to the grains index, shall we? Corn, folks, we're going to start seeing increases in many of these agriculture commodities, folks, because of the new friendly agreements that we do have with China. China just lifted its embargo on United States beef. Now, the reason they did this was because of some whatever kind of disease, mad cow, hoof and mouth, whatever the hell it was we had the last time. China, that is, used that as an opportunity to just kind of cut off imports of U.S. beef. Well, that has been lifted, so the Chinese want United States beef and United States commodities. So be expecting a lot of these commodities to start raising because of this new agreement that we have with China. Let's go ahead and get to corn. Corn is up 0.60% increase for corn. Wheat is down 0.28% decrease. We've got oats up 2.16% increase on the day for oats. Rough rice is down 0.83%. Soybean up 0.90%. We've got soybean oil up 0.48%, and canola is down 0.16% decrease. Let's go ahead and get to the soft, shall we? We've got cocoa down today 1.06%. We've got coffee. Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee. You know what I'm saying? Shut up, you anal object aficionado. Nobody asked you. And once again, folks, I'd like to remind everybody to boycott Starbucks, boycott McDonald's. They're anti-American, anti-Trump companies. They don't deserve your dollar. Boycott Starbucks and boycott McDonald's. Let me tell you something. If I see Ronald McDonald, I'm going to kick him in the balls. Props to the Hamburglar. Anyway, coffee is down 1.26% decrease. We've got sugar. Sugar is down 0.12%. We've got orange juice down 0.37%. We've got cotton down 0.26%. Lumber is down 2.48%. And we've got rubber. Rubber is up 0.36%. We've got ethanol up 1.33%. Let's go ahead and get to livestock, shall we? Let's get to live cattle. Now, live cattle has gone up for the past couple of sessions. It is up again today. A 0.57% increase for live cattle. We got cattle feeder. Cattle feeder is up 0.56%. All right, and lean hogs, it's starting to see a decrease today. Lean hogs is down 2.33% decrease on the day. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, once again, I want to extend my sincerest apologies for everybody out there who wanted to listen to me yesterday on Tuesday. But unfortunately, we were having bad storms out here. Hail. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I did it kind of cleared up at around 5:30, 6 o'clock p.m., and it kind of looked like a nice spring day afterwards. I mean, the sun was kind of trying to peek out. It was still kind of cloudy. Looked great. The birds were out. It was just great, all right? So I decided, me and the wife, we go out somewhere, right? I mean, we're bored, you know. I mean, I wanted to do something. I don't go out much around this time. I'm doing the broadcast, all right? So I decided decided, there's a whole bunch of like little stores out here in this area, all kinds of little independent stores and all kinds of stuff. So we go look around there, and we stumble into this like, I guess it's an antique store, I guess, or collectible store. And what it looks like it's a like a collective or some kind of crap. I don't know, like there's about 4 or 5 different people that pool their money together to, I guess, lease this space out so that they all put their crap in, this big area, and they're all selling their crap under this one antique store umbrella kind of thing, Anyway, the reason I bring this up, because the funny thing happened to me here. I'm looking around, right? I'm looking around, and I see, this, let's put it this way. I see this plate that's in this display case, that I was just odd there. There's a bunch of stuff in there. There's just like a plate there. I said, what's with that plate? Excuse me. What's with the plate there? And the guy takes it out. He's like, well, you don't understand. This is a World War II relic. This right here is actually Hitler's meat plate. And I was like, oh, wow, are you shitting me? I was like, are you kidding me? This is Hitler's meat plate. I was like, so Hitler, like, this was his personal meat plate? And, the guy was trying to sell me, like, yeah, it was Hitler's meat plate, and it had, like, a Nazi insignia on the back of the plate, and it was kind of a weird shaped plate. And I was like, they're very interesting, man. I was looking at this, and I was like, man, I started thinking a little bit, I actually got a lot of white supremacists who listen to the broadcast, and these white supremacists, they love relics, So I start thinking to myself, well, how much do you want for this? How much do you want? And the guy goes, well, $100. And I was like, oh man, $100. I was like, but still, that's not too bad of a price. I'm thinking about this all in my head. I got all these white supremacists who listen. I could probably get a $100 plate, probably put it on Ghost.market for about $1,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm thinking about this in my head. Well, lo and behold, I start thinking a little bit, and I said, wait a minute, hold on. Hitler's a goddamn vegetarian. And I look at this guy right when I'm holding the plate thinking this. I was like, you know what? Now that I think of it, Hitler was a damn vegetarian. This ain't his goddamn meat plate. And the guy goes, what? What are you talking about? He wasn't a vegetarian. I was like, yes, he was. He was a goddamn vegetarian. He was one of the first leaders, if not the first leader, to create laws to protect animals, for Christ's sake. He was that much of a goddamn vegan. And the guy goes, oh, man, I didn't know that. Jeez, I mean, I was told that this was Hitler's meat plate. He was busted. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even know what to say. He was like stumbling and mumbling over his own tongue like, oh, I don't know what the... And then after all this stumbling and mumbling, he goes, but, hey, it's got a Nazi insignia in it. It's got to be worth something, right? What make me an offer, yeah? You know what I mean? He goes, make me an offer. I go, well, it's obviously not Hitler's meat plate, so, I mean, I'm obviously not going to give you $100. So, I mean, if this is not Hitler's meat plate, then obviously, I mean, that at least takes off at least a good 90% of the goddamn freaking price. I go, look, I'll give you $5, all right, just because it's got a Nazi symbol in back of it. And the guy goes, he goes, all right, whatever, just go ahead and take it. I've had it for too long. So anyway, here in the next couple of days, I'm going to be putting up Hitler's meat plate for $100. So that's what we're going to be doing. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to one of everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Twitter and Gab shout-outs. All right, and if you want a Twitter or Gab shout-out, all you've got to do is, well, first, let's just start with Twitter. If you want a Twitter shout-out, all you have to do is retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. That's True Capitalist Radio Live. If you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Hey, engineer, do we have any goddamn Twitter shout-outs? Thank you very much. How were you yesterday during the storms, engineer? I know you didn't make it. I was going to do the show solo, but it was lightning. It was hailing. Were you okay? Well, it's all right. It's not raining anymore. It's a nice spring day. It's a nice spring day. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. We've got, what do we got here? We got the green leader in the house. What's going on? We've got, I'm sober because I saw God. I'm not sober because I saw God. Come on, man. Cripple currency? What the hell does that mean? We got the Brony Network in the house. We've got Fidget My Midget. Who else do we have here? We got Ghost equals laughable host. Yeah, that's why you're listening, jerk off. The goddamn medals. What's going on? We've got the pass the shekel over. Pass the shekel over. Here you are with the Jew jokes, for Christ's sake, man. Here you are with the Jew jokes. We got Cogdat. We got Prepper Capital. We've got Hitler's Veggie Bowl. Yeah, real funny. Look, I'm serious. I'm not joking, man. I've got Hitler's meat plate, man. I'm going to sell it for $100 on Ghost.market. Oh, yeah, as a matter of fact, if you are a listener to the Saturday Night Troll Show, the My Kids merch is up, all right? My Kids merch is up. Now, as you can see, folks, if you take a look at it, on one side of it, it's got the caricature of a My Kids and what we thought My Kids would look like, and on the back of it is Obama food stamp, all right? Hope you all enjoy it, baby. My Kids, baby! Anyway, let's continue going. We got Kingfish in the place. What's going on at Kingfish? We got Ghost Zibbit in the place. Hitler's Fruit Bowl. Oh, that's funny. Hitler's Fruit Bowl. We've got Christian in the house. Flood Hood Water Park. That's not funny, ass crack. I'm serious, man. That was serious business yesterday, man. I don't know what the hell that's. I don't know what's going on with all this hail and all this. I don't get it. Anyway, we got Sergeant Yoda in the house. Liberty Capitalist in the place. We've got Hitler's meat wallet. Oh, shut up, you stupid moron. Shut up. Haiti first, Texas next. Shut up, man. All right? I'm not joking, man. Just shut up.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Furry merch for Raiden ban. Look, I'm not going to ban Raiden Snake, ass crack. All right. All right. I'm not gonna ban Raiden Snake. He's a great listener, great contributor. You're just a bunch of haters. That's what you people are. Just a bunch of Raiden Snake haters. I don't know what it is. Y'all don't like geckos or something. I don't know what the hell your problem is. Anyway, we got Ghostler's feet plate. Ghostler's feet plate. Jesus Christ. Boycott United Airlines. Oh, man, did you all see that? Did you all? Oh, good God. I mean, for you folks that have been living under a rock, there's been a viral vid that's going out of some poor bastard literally getting his ass beat and then dragged out of the plane because he was the unlucky chap that I guess randomly got chosen to be escorted off the plane because United Airlines overbooked the damn flight. They overbooked the damn flight. Now that, the whole damn video has gone viral, and look, United Airlines they were standing pretty foot. They weren't going to admit any guilt. I mean, they were trying to put the blame on to the idiot that was, I don't know what they were doing. They finally said they're sorry today, but that's after they have trashed the poor chap that got his ass beat when he just wanted to get from point A to point B. Have you heard? They're trying to dig up everything in this poor bastard that got his ass beats past. Okay, so what? He paid, for some hookers with some illegal gambling money. Big deal. Does that make him a bad guy? Good God, I bet you if we crawled up your goddamn ass with a microscope and just literally exposed all the deep, dark secrets in your past, I'm telling you, man, you can't even be involved in a scenario like, this poor bastard that this man got his ass whooped, and then he got dragged off the plane. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I mean, that's when you start picking out victims, and then you look into victims' backgrounds, and obviously we're all not perfect. And then all of a sudden that victim becomes a suspect. I think that's sad, and I think United Airlines is a despicable, disgusting airline. As a matter of fact, this just goes to show you that you have no rights when you get on an airplane. You understand that? I mean, you need to realize that you give up your rights as a human being when you get on an airplane. That's why I'm not traveling airlines any longer. They're pieces of trash. They're pieces of trash, and it's a government monopoly, just like everything else is starting to become out here in America. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on everything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m., Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter and Gab. The Twitter and Gab name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Let's go ahead and keep it on going. Let's go do some more Twitter shout-outs, and we're going to move on to Gab shout-outs. What's going on to Supa? How you doing? We've got the aquatic wheelchair. Yeah, shut up, you moron. Stop with the wheelchair jokes, all right? I mean, those are offensive, and I think that y'all are disgusting for saying them. What's going on to Christopher Smith? We got the dong nipples, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Who else do we have here? We've got Charlie Murphy, LOL. Oh, man, come on, man. For you folks that don't know, Eddie Murphy's brother, Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy is passed on at the age of 57 from leukemia, man. Leukemia. Man, people are dying younger and younger nowadays, man. I mean, come on, man. Leukemia. Man, that's horrible, man. That's just sad. Anyway, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy. We've got Dr. Bristle in the house. What's going on? We got Hitler's meat spin. We got Swedish street meatball. Oh, man, that's fucking... That's horrible! That's disgusting, man. You know what? That's just disgusting. You know what? You should be ashamed for... Whoever made that name, you should be ashamed of yourself. But of course you're not. Of course you're not. Give me the damn mic. God guys are getting sicker and sicker, man. I'm telling you, you guys are getting sicker and sicker. We got Hitler's Jewish plate. Man, what the hell does that mean? Like he ate Jews or something? Is that what you're implying with that name? Is that what you're implying? That Hitler ate Jewish people at Soylent Green? You sick bastard. You're sick! Jesus Christ, man, you're sick. Hitler's Jewish plate. Give me the freaking mic. That goddamn mic, man. Jesus Christ. This is what I get every time I do Twitter shout-outs, folks. This is what you get when you try to make the show a little interactive on these internets. This is what you get, folks. This is it. We got Vivian HD in the house. We got Rock Ape. What's going on? Capitalizing on racism. Capitalizing, what the hell does that mean? Are you talking about my kids' merch? Are you talking about my kids? You throw it up your ass. Screw you. Screw you. Capitalizing on race. What are you talking about? That's a piece of art right there, what I'm selling. You understand that? That's a piece of art that I'm selling on Ghost.market. What the hell are you talking about, boy? That's artwork. Give me the goddamn mic. Give me the mic. Hey, if that, whoever the artist is that put up that freaking billboard in Arizona can do it, I can do it. It's an art piece. You're paying for a piece of art. Jesus Christ. We got Brother Nero. We got Gulf of San Antonio. Shut up, you stupid moron. Anyway, we got Big League Jew. Big League Jew. Are you referring to... Son of a... Big League Jew... Shove it up your ass. I'm telling you this right now. You guys in this anti-Semitic crap, it's got to stop, man. This anti-Semitism has got to stop. It's not right. And you know it. It's not right. Oy vey, shut it down. I mean, you know it's not right. Give me the mic, man. Give me the mic. Oh, God, man. You know what? That's... I don't even know if I should take any more Twitter shout-outs. You people are being pricks. Look at this. Look at Pickle Bath, $15. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Ghost loves Veggie Tales. What the... Can you just shut up, man? Good God, man. I'm telling you this, right? What's going on with the Wall Street Trucker? Who else do we have here? Happy Passover Ghost, L'chaim. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? I'm only going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to Gab. Because Twitter's already looking like a bunch of crap. You know what I mean? Yeah, look at this. You know what? We're going to Gab. I'm not going to put up with this crap. Get out of here! We're going over to Gab, folks. Now, if you would like a Gab shout-out, all you got to do is repost the first post on my Gab account. And, of course, the post to repost is True Capitalist Radio Live. True Capitalist Radio Live. What is this? Sell all 500, ban Raid and Snake? Are you serious? I mean, you all hate Raid and Snake that bad? Sell all 500, ban Raid and Snake? No. All right? Please, no. Don't put me in that position. Please don't do it, all right? Just don't do it. We got Agent Odd Eyes. We've got Ghost has got the harpies. Yeah, real funny, you moron. We got Captain Cock. Whatever. She's sick son of a bitch. We got Hitler plus Sean Spicer equals the Oy Vey Crusaders. What the? What the hell is that supposed to mean? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Give me the goddamn mic. What the hell was that? We got Gorsuch. Oh, you son of a bitch! I didn't mean to say it! You son of a bitch, you fuckers! I didn't mean to say that, man! They made me say it! I didn't mean to say it! How dare you troll terrorists, man? How fucking dare you? Look, I'll end this broadcast, man. Do you understand me? I'll end this broadcast, man. Making me say that racist crap. You made me say that racist crap, man. Give me the goddamn... How dare you, man? Whoever made that now, I hope you get kicked in the balls, man. Gorsuch, you son of a bitch, man. I didn't mean to say it. Good God, man. I don't even know what the hell to say after that, for Christ's sake, man. Anyway, we got Trump or death in the house. We got Josh Ward in the place. We got NYSE brony infestation. Yeah, you're goddamn right. Did y'all see that this morning, for Christ's sake, that I tweeted out? I mean, the freaking bronies were at the stock exchange, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, this whole goddamn world, this whole freaking place, man, it's getting infested by bronies, man. I'm only going to take a couple more Gab shout-outs, and then I'm going to move on, because I can see where all this is goddamn going, man. Anyway, who else do we have here? CDI Fan 237. We've got Look a Wagon Wheel. Man, you guys are assholes, man. Shut up! Just shut up, man. Look, stop with the freaking teasing me about the goddamn drinking. Stop it with the racist Jew black jokes. Stop it. Just stop, man. I can't believe it. Do you all have any kind of a goddamn soul? Oh, my God. Look at the freaking... Ah. Son of a bitch, man. Son of a bitch. I can't believe this, man. I can't believe you people. Harping for beer in Texas. Ghost go suck an Easter egg. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The yellow journalist of Texas. Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Charlie first, Eddie next. What are you guys talking? And look at this capitalist army and inner circle for banning Raiden Snake. Oh, you know what? Shove it up your goddamn... Shove it up your ass. Ain't nobody want to ban Raiden Snake. Shut up. Goddamn inner circle ain't for that, you sack of crap. You stupid troll terrorist are, man. You stupid dumb fucking cyber vermin are. You know what, on that note, I'm done with this guy. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'm done. Done with the goddamn freaking shout-outs, man. If this is all that this is going to produce, I'm done with the damn shout-outs. You can take your shout-outs and shove them up your ass. Jesus Christ, man. What? And, I pick a hell of a time to stop drinking, folks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm drinking here? Water. Oh, isn't that great? Yeah, I'm drinking nice old H2O here. Here we go. Great. Nice high-quality H2O right there. Yeah, shut up. Anyway, I wish all you damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin would leave Raiden Snake alone. You understand? Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get on to the broadcast because we got a lot to cover here, and the last thing we need to do is be sidetracked by a bunch of goddamn troll terrorists and cyber vermin jerk dicks. All right, I'm just saying. Now, first and foremost, folks, since the Syrian operation and since the impending attack on North Korea, we have the approval rating of one Donald Trump going up and up and up, baby. Even the lamestream media has to admit that the approval rating for one president of the United States is up to 47%, despite the backstabbers on the Trump train who abandoned ship because they don't understand foreign policy if it hit them up their selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed asses. All right? So once again, folks, winning. I'm telling you this right now, baby. I mean, Trump is in the house. Not only is he out here going to change the way America has been knowing reality for the past 8 years, he's going out and asserting America as the dominating force in the global order. That's why I told you, remember I said that Donald Trump has taken control of the global order, and just based upon all the restructuring of all the global powers, this proves what I have been saying. Folks, I prognosticated both the Syrian attacks and this impending attack on North Korea way before it happened. The night actually before it happened as it pertains to the Syrian strikes. Why did I know that, folks? Because I know foreign policy. And you see, as much as people want to, put on the peace goggles and pretend that humanity can somehow hold hands and sing Kumbaya, we're not at that point as of late. I mean, just take a look at the discontent that's happening here in the domestic home front. Take a look at the Black Lives Matter. Take a look at the Antifa. Take a look at La Raza. Take a look at all these leftist fanatics. I mean, take a look at all this discontent out here. And imagine that on a worldwide scale. That is what we're witnessing at this point in time. Now, folks, just to reassure all of you knee-jerk reaction jerk dicks, Donald Trump said here in an interview that there will be no, and I repeat, no ground troops in Syria. Just as I alluded to prior, that this was more a sign, a strategic sign, to basically show the deep state and the lamestream media, which, folks, I said, remember I said that this chemical attack was a false flag? I said that it was a false flag being perpetrated by the deep state, and it was being plugged by the lamestream media so it could fashion Joe Sixpack's perspective into having empathy and outcry and all kinds of calling for some kind of retribution for the folks that they saw supposedly suffering from chemical gas or some kind of chemical reaction on the television. Even Russia, even Vladimir Putin said that it was a false flag. All right, because it was. It was the deep state trying to put Donald Trump in a position of weakness. They were going to put this false chemical attack being pushed by the lamestream media as a test to see if Donald Trump was going to do absolutely nothing about it And if they were, and if he wasn't going to do anything about it, the deep state and the political class and the lamestream media were going to exploit that politically as much as they possibly can. They were going to do so in undermining his president, making him look weak, and potentially trying to formulate another Russia-United States connection in the fact that if Donald Trump had done nothing in response to that false flag chemical attack, it would have made it appear, or at least given the opportunity for the lamestream media to make it appear that the Russia-Trump connections are closer than they actually are. But you see, Trump playing five-dimensional chess cut them off at the pass. Because, folks, let's be honest, these Tomahawk missile attacks in Syria, what did they amount to aside from aesthetics? Aside from showing the world that if you push Trump or Trump's America too far, that he's not going to be an Obama and tuck his tail between his legs, look in the mirror, see how he look as a woman because he is now the world's bitch. That was Obama's foreign policy. That is not Donald Trump's foreign policy. And it's a breath of fresh air to see that the world is starting to be concerned about what America's going to do now. I mean, doesn't it feel great to know that America is now the superpower once again, and now China, Russia, everybody's trying to walk on eggshells around us? I told you that Donald Trump has taken control of the global order. But instead, you've got people like Paul Joseph Watson, you've got people like all these idiots that are out here that are apologists for goddamn Russia. You've got them all of a sudden turning on Trump, you know, trying to call out Trump as some kind of a Hillary Clinton lackey, which is that he is not. He is not. I mean, do you understand? We're kicking ass. We're taking names. I mean, Donald Trump inherited a mess in foreign policy, and that's because, in my opinion, Barack Obama purposely made America look weak, purposely depleted our military, purposely sabotaged our economy because he wanted America to be on a level playing field as the rest of the world. Obama wanted America to be diminished as a superpower. Every one of his policies, everything he did as president brought us to this point. And now that we've got Donald Trump out here kicking ass, taking names, people are starting to wonder what the hell's going on. I mean, even Vladimir Putin doesn't know what the hell's going on. So with that being said, folks, the Syrian attack was nothing more than a sign to the world, and at the same time a sign to the deep state that perpetuated this false flag attack and was promoted by the lamestream media, that Donald Trump and his foreign policy is 10 steps ahead of whatever they're contriving in the deep state. Because what they did is they tried to induce Trump, if he wasn't going to do anything, they were going to undermine his presidency and call him weak. If he was, they were anticipating that Donald Trump would remove Assad, bomb Assad, send ground troops in to remove Assad, something to that capacity, that which he has said he is not going to do. He said that here in an interview here recently. He is not going to send in ground troops. So in the end, what he did was he bombed pretty much an insignificant airfield and positions of Hezbollah, which is the militia of Iran, which is highly integrated in Syria. So he killed like 80 birds with one stone. All right, the bombing made the world kind of shake in their boots. The bombing also made those that were within America that fell for the false flag attack, made them feel secure in their country that, oh, look at our president. He's going to go out there. He's going to save the day if somebody puts a chemical attack and, you know, all this crap, all right? I mean, Donald Trump is playing brilliant politics to the point in which no one knows exactly what he's going to do. Not even Russia. I love how Putin is flustered. He doesn't know what the hell to do. he thought because of his, I don't know, I guess the spy network that he has in the United States, and because of the influence he thinks he has on the election, that he somehow co-opted Trump. I mean, give me a break. You know what I'm saying? Give me a break. I mean, Trump, you know what Trump's doing? He's exposing Putin for the fucking chump he is. Excuse my French, I'm sorry. Putin is a chump. All right? I mean, because now Putin is backtracking off of all these hardline stances that he was saber-rattling throughout the Obama administration. And the reason he kept saber-rattling throughout the Obama administration is because he could. Now Putin doesn't know where he stands in the global order. You notice that? Putin is scrambling. I personally believe, folks, that by doing this, by Donald Trump, and listen, remember, lest we forget, he did have, or I should say, Donald Trump did notify the Russians about the Syrian strikes prior to the Syrian strikes. So they knew about it. It's not as if this was some kind of surprise attack and the potential Russian positions were in jeopardy. I mean, they knew. All right, Russia knew. But now Russia is finding itself in a precarious situation because, as I stated, I said before the administration took power that Russia is at the bottom of the New World Order. And I said also that it's a power struggle between Russia and China, who is going to be the global leader in the new global order. And what Trump has seemed to have done, what he seems to have done with the art of the deal, is co-opt China based upon our mutual financial and economic interest. All right? As we stated, we are now have co-opted China. China has said that they will help contain the North Korean situation, and when they help contain the North Korean situation, if it doesn't get contained, they will help remove that particular situation. They've got 150,000 troops right now at the border of North Korea. We've got an armada, at least at this point, I would think they're already there at the Korean Peninsula. I mean, he has co-opted the Chinese to help do our dirty work. So there's going to be no ground troops in North Korea. There's going to be no ground troops in Syria. We're basically going to tell the world, who we basically prop up economically, like, hey, it's about time for you guys to start doing something, all right? Now, with that being said, folks, Russia is finding itself in a very precarious situation. Russia, and let's screw Russia. It's Putin. It's not Russia. Russia doesn't even want to have anything to do with this crap. It's Putin. And I think with this maneuvering in foreign policy that has been implemented by Donald Trump, it has put Putin in a very precarious situation in which he has become a very inviting target for many within his own deep state to take out. As I stated, folks, there is no way that Vladimir Putin can go to war at any point. His deep state will eliminate him faster than he could even think about touching the button. All right? So give me a break. Anyway, folks, with that being said, we have to see what exactly is going to happen here with this situation, or I should say standoff with North Korea, because we really don't know what North Korea is capable of, and that's why the threat of North Korea needs to be eliminated. The threat of North Korea needs to be eliminated completely. Now, with that being said, folks, it seems as if North Korea knows that an attack is imminent. And let's just, to be honest with you right now, they have told Pyongyang at least the state-run media in North Korea, has told the citizens of Pyongyang, 600,000 people, to evacuate because I'm assuming that Kim Jong-un is anticipating an attack at any moment. So this is very serious business now, folks. According to other reports, it seems as if Kim Jong-un has placed his nuclear devices in certain areas. Here is a report here that U.S. officials believe North Korea has placed a nuclear device in a tunnel, which could mean a nuclear test is imminent. We shall see what's going on. Let me tell you, North Korea doing a test is not going to deter the impending doom that is going to happen to you. Now, I would strongly advise those that are within the bureaucratic infrastructure of North Korea, take out Kim Jong-un now. Take him out, kill his fat ass now, and allow your country to once again do something on its own and possibly reunify with the South. I mean, this idiot, this Kim Jong-un fat moron, was inherited a country, and this moron has no idea what to do with it. He is holding his whole country hostage. He's a disgusting disgrace. And to be honest with you, I'm more concerned about the North Korean situation than I am about Syria, because I think that this stupid fat moron has had, I mean, he is saber-rattled enough. It is time for him to be removed from office to make a point that, you know, you can't just go out and test ballistic missiles. You can't go out and pretend that you're testing nuclear weapons and expect nobody to do a goddamn thing about it. So we shall see what's going on here. All right, now, I've also got reports. Thank you very much to Liberty Capitalist. Here's a report that there is a SEAL team squad behind the bin Laden raid that's training or has been training to take out Kim Jong-un. So obviously they're going to drop in some Navy SEALs into a particular area. I just retweeted that article, and they're going to try to take out Kim. I mean, you know, if I were Kim Jong-un right now, I would be shitting my pants because, you know, this could have been easily avoided had he not been such a disgusting, despicable Asperger autist and act like you could just go ahead and have a meltdown and that no one is going to do anything about it. People are going to do something about it now, and it seems like Kim Jong-un and his reign is coming to an end, and it should come to an end very, very shortly, in my view. Now, with that being said, folks, once the Syrian and North Korean situation is contained, I personally believe that the next country that we may potentially aid in a military assistance is Venezuela. Venezuela right now is in a very horrible situation, but I believe it's them and Iran, folks. We have not forgotten about Iran, believe me. Speaking of Iran, did you hear that Ahmadinejad is coming back and is going to run for re-election? Can you believe that? The old president of Iran. He's going to run for re-election, for heaven's sake. Ahmadinejad. The guy who was in charge during the 2009 uprising in Iran, for heaven's sake. So, a lot of interesting things that are going to go on in the world, and I know that there's a lot of peacetime folk on the Trump train, but you have to understand, we tried this already. Remember, Barack Obama was supposed to go out there and apologize to everybody and was supposed to bring peace on earth. Remember that? What happened to that? I mean, remember his whole foreign policy? His whole foreign policy was, hey, they'll love me. That's what his foreign policy was all about. That he would out-talk everybody. That he would talk peace into the world, for Christ's sake. That I mean, this cocky psychopath actually believed that his eloquent readings of teleprompters was going to bring peace on earth. Can you believe this? Anyway, folks, either way, let's get back to the subject at hand. I know I'm going off keister here. Once again, Donald Trump has co-opted China. China is now, as of at least the current time, is now doing business with the United States because they're economically bonded to us, man. Excuse me. $550 billion we give these freaking rice eaters a year. $550 billion we give them a year in trade, man. They can't afford to make us an enemy. If they make us an enemy, their house of cards of an economy falls down. Their whole economy is based upon us spending on their products. They can't afford it. They can't afford it. So now we've got China co-opted. Now Russia is finding itself in a very precarious situation. Now let's talk a little bit about Russia. Now, I've said prior to the election that Russia was at the bottom of the New World Order and that they were in a power struggle between them and China. Even though they try to make themselves look like they're friends and look like they're allies, in the end they were both positioning themselves to be the globalist leader, or at least the figurative leader. Well, it seems as if now that because China is believing its own crap, that Trump, with the art of the deal at Mar-a-Lago, was able to co-opt the Chinese, and now the Chinese are doing our dirty work out there in North Korea, and now we have warned Russia to reconsider its position in Syria. We even sent the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, he's still there now, trying to tell the government of Russia that, hey, we encourage you to change your position on Syria and the group that you're with that continues to perpetuate warfare and discord on the earth. And for whatever reason, you've got Pootie Poo over there refusing to do so. But let's be honest with you, all right? All right? Let's be honest here. Putin can't afford to go to war with the United States. Putin can't afford to go into any kind of conflict. Because I'm saying, folks, his population, Mr. and Mrs. Joe Vodka, they're starting to lose their patience with Putin. I mean, remember, folks, Putin has ripped off the Russian people $200 billion. He's ripped off $200 billion and he's put it in his own bank account. And that rubs most Ruskies the wrong way, even though these are a bunch of mouth-breathing, wide-eyed, cockeyed vodka drinkers. All right? I mean, you know, while they're out there starving in that damn ice hole they call a country, and they see Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin with $200 billion in his personal bank account, that's going to rub not only Joe Vodka the wrong way, but a lot of people in the goddamn Russian government the wrong way as well.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
So with that being said, folks, I think, and I'm going to continue to say this, I think that Vladimir Putin will not make it out of 2017 alive. He will not make it out of 2017 alive, and if he does, he would have evaded at least 2 to 3 assassination attempts, many of which are probably going to be perpetrated by his own government. Because they want to remove him. They don't like Vladimir Putin. They don't like the direction in which he's taking Russia. Now he's starting to call for gulag-type arrests. He compared the uprising that was happening in his country about 3 weeks ago, and really it was an uprising against his corruption. That's why people were protesting, because he's a corrupt piece of trash. He compared the uprising in Russia to that of the Arab Spring. Now, why did he do that? Because he's trying to justify why he's going to crack down, possibly murder, kill, take out any opposition that vocalizes any dissent against Vladimir Putin, just like a true commie. So, folks, in my view, I think that the foreign policy makers of the United States know that Vladimir Putin is in a very precarious situation and there's nothing he can do about it. That's why if we co-opt the Chinese are on our side. We co-opt a variety of different other countries. Lest we forget, folks, that right after Tillerson and the Russian counterpart came out and made that press conference here about 4 hours ago or so, in which they agreed to disagree, it wasn't but 30 or 40 minutes later, Donald Trump comes out and gives a press conference with who? The NATO commander, the leader of NATO, Stoltenberg. All right? Now, why would he do that? Because, well, if Russia isn't going to play ball, well, then let's go out with NATO and show that, we're keeping our options open with NATO. Now, what I liked about the press conference with NATO is that even though Donald Trump was, utilizing that opportunity to show Russia that, hey, look, we're still down with NATO, we're still doing this and that. If y'all aren't going to be down with us, then you're with the terrorists, for a lack of a better term. But anyway, what he did say though during that press conference, he looks to Stoltenberg, because Stoltenberg was asked a question about the amount of money being raised by NATO members. And Stoltenberg reacted in a typical bureaucratic fashion in that he said, quote, "We're still have a lot of work to do, but right now we've got Poland, we've got Latvia, we've got countries now dedicating 2% of GDP, because that's the expected amount of money that is supposed to be given by all members of NATO, 2% of their GDP given to NATO, so it can fund this deterrent of this alliance against the Iron Curtain. I mean, that's the whole reason why NATO was created. All right? NATO was created to deter Russia during the Cold War, the Iron Curtain. So that's why, folks, this is all foreign policy. This is all grand chessboard type stuff. I know it's way above the pay grade of your average everyday individual who just wants to say, we want to hold hands, sing kumbaya, peace on earth. It doesn't work that way, man. And you see, that's what's unfortunate about many folk out here that don't understand international relations or foreign policy. Just look at the discontent in this country. I said this before. Take a look at all the people that hate each other in this country, okay? Take a look at these Black Lives Matter idiots. Take a look at these white supremacist idiots. Take a look at these La Raza idiots. Take a look at these Antifa idiots. I mean, there is just so much discontent amongst the American people. Just imagine that on a global scale. And you want to know why there's so much discontent? Because everyone is a selfish piece of self-centered trash. And it's really, really sad. And, I never thought I would see it so soon in the Trump train. But once Trump did these Syrian strikes, and we saw all these people start talking against Trump, start turning their backs on Trump, something went off in me. Like, it's like, you see, Ghost, these people, no matter how much you give them, no matter how much you promise them, no matter how much you say you're going to do for them, you do one wrong thing in their eyes, they'll hate you like, you just took a pee on him or something. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. So I'm just saying, man, I am disappointed in all of you that turned against Donald Trump because of the Syrian strikes. This was one thing. He's still going to make America great again, you morons. He's still going to pass a law to repeal Obamacare. He's still going to pass tax cuts. He's still securing the border. He's still making America great again, for Christ's sake. What the hell is your problem? I mean, just for the sake of argument, okay? Especially you racist assholes that like to call yourselves alt-right and crap. A lot of you people on the alt-right are crying foul about the Syrian situation when, let's be honest, Donald Trump is removing Kebab. He's removing Kebab, and yet you alt-right, white nationalists, you people are crying because he's removing Kebab. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You're no different than the leftists. You're no different than the liberals. You're no different than the Democrats, for Christ's sake. I'm serious. You might as well go on the other side, for Christ's sake, man. Good God. Give me a break. Give me the mic. I mean, what's the alternative, morons? Huh? We don't do anything? You want us to be like Ron Paul? Huh? Yeah, we just have to bring the troops back. We just got to bring them, make America great again. Just bring them all back. Yeah, okay, we bring them all back. We become isolationists. What happens? The same thing that happened to China that tried to be an isolationist. That's why the Great Wall of China is, almost 6,000 miles long? And even a 6,000-mile goddamn freaking wall couldn't save them from the world affecting them. Do you understand? I mean, and China was a civilization that lasted for thousands of years. And even when they attempted to isolate themselves, they couldn't do it. And when they tried to do it, what happened? Their whole society got destroyed. And it didn't get destroyed because somebody came in and conquered it. It got destroyed because it tried to isolate itself from a world that it didn't understand. And that world came back and haunted them by dumping opium in the country, basically completely demoralizing the entire population of China for a good portion of time. So in the end, that is what will happen if we become isolationists. A powerful country like China, thousands of years, dominated the world, brought to its knees because of isolationism. Isolationism. They didn't go out and deal with the problems that were encroaching on their national security. They believed in Confucianism and that, if you deal with people through Confucianism, that everything will be all right. That's not what happened. What's the alternative? Okay, we're not isolationists. Well, then what's the alternative? The alternative is that if we are in the position which we have been, and we've abused that position many of times, but if we're in the position to shape world events into a more favorable outcome to our civilization, to our way of life, why not do so? I mean, Western civilization has brought the best of the best in technology, scientific research, health development, so on and so forth. We've brought the best in industry. We've brought the best in building. We've brought the best in everything. And the only way that we're going to be able to sustain that particular Western civilized society is to view things in a world manner and not just view things in a world manner, but in a long-term capacity. In a long-term capacity. Now, in a long-term capacity, who and what group of peoples could potentially be a risk to our civilized society? And you take a look. Take a look at the Islamic world of about 1.2 billion Muslims. 1.2 billion Muslims. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, 10% of those 1.2 billion are terrorists and fundamentally fanatical. That's over 100 million fundamentally radical Islamic Jihadis. Over 100 million. Now, I say this to you geniuses that want to be isolationists. I say this to you geniuses that think that, all the world is a hold hands, sing kumbaya session. How are you going to negotiate with over 100 million terrorists? And let's be honest, the majority of, quote, moderate Islam doesn't really mind the terrorist faction within their subsect. Do you understand? They don't mind it. They're not going to say anything about it. They're not going to promote it. But deep down inside, you can tell, because of their lack of disdain for the terrorism, that they appreciate it. They know that it gives Muslims some sort of eerie respect. You know what? How are we going to negotiate with the Muslims? How are you going to negotiate with billions of people or hundreds of millions of people who fundamentally just do not want to assimilate or not even see you in existence, who fundamentally believe that God has told them that you should not even be alive? How do you negotiate with that? How do you negotiate with that? You can't. There's no bargaining with Islamic fundamentalism. There is no reasoning with Islamic fundamentalism. These people are fundamentally fanatical. They are fundamentally religiously fanatical. They have religious zealousy that I don't think anyone has ever seen in a good long time. So how do you negotiate that? Well, you can't. So what's the alternative to negotiating? Well, do we fight them? Do we fight them? I mean, does 350 million Americans, you combine that with Britannia, you combine that with whatever European forces, you think that that's going to be enough to freaking destroy or at least suppress or contain 1.2 billion Muslims? You can't do it. It's stupid. You're not going to be able to fight 1.2 billion people. So what's the other alternative? Folks, the other alternative is to use the schism that's within their own dogma and get them to fight each other. And that's exactly what's happening, whether people want to believe it or not. That's your effing problem. I don't care. That's what separates you from me. That's what separates the people that are in charge from you. I know you in your own simplicity want to believe that all people are inherently good. You want to believe that you can sit down and talk to somebody and that they have the same perspective you do and that they can be reasoned with and they can be bargained with. That is not the case. And that's particularly not the case with the Islamic world. So the only thing that the policymakers can do, which has been done here, I mean, this is the whole plan of destabilizing the Middle East. Why do you think they removed all the secularist leaders from the Middle East? They removed the secularist leaders so that this whole geographic desert area becomes a theater of combat between the Shiites and the Sunnis. Okay, and it's already starting. It's happening. You're seeing it right now. And what's going to happen when these Sunnis and Shiites meet each other in this huge geopolitical desert military area. They're going to draw in the biggest governments who comprise the Sunni and Shiite people. And that's Saudi Arabia. And that's Iran. All right, that's the whole objective. The whole objective is to gather all these Muslims in this region, have them all kill each other because of their fundamental fanaticism of Islam, Sunni, Shiite. Draw in Saudi Arabia and Iran into this battle. They literally help us off a good portion of the Islamic world, which mostly will be fanatics. I mean, anybody who is going to be fighting in this region is going to be a fanatical Yehudi. So inevitably, they're helping us thin the herd of fundamentalist Muslims while at the same time they are bankrupting themselves financially. Now, why do we want to see a bankrupt Iran and a bankrupt Saudi Arabia? Because then it's our economic best interest for them to be bankrupt. First of all, I think it's almost 70% of our debt is owned by Saudi Arabia. And not to mention, Iran has become a humongous rich country thanks to Mr. Yes We Can sending, $260 billion over there for them not to, quote, build a nuclear weapon. So this is the end goal of the whole foreign policy. I mean, you simple people who view a Syria strike as some kind of, I don't know what the hell you idiots think, but it is more and far beyond your comprehension. You see, this is Western civilization. We have to figure out how to sustain this for 100 years. And the only way you can sustain Western civilization for 100 years is if you can pretty much eliminate any threats to Western civilization. And the only way you can eliminate threats to Western civilization that include masses of populaces of people is to utilize their weaknesses against themselves and have themselves thin out their own herds. And I know that you people, when you hear this, you're like, oh my God, Ghost, that's horrible. How can you say that? Hey, that's life, okay? That's life. I don't know how many times I got to say this. You know, we live in a world, okay, where every living organism has to kill and eat another living organism in order to survive, okay? Until we get to humanity. Then when humanity comes along, all of a sudden, just because humanity doesn't have somebody who eats it off the goddamn food chain, all of a sudden humanity feels that it's anointed, it's entitled to eat, it's entitled to be clothed and housed. And that's what the majority of humanity thinks at this point in time, when that's not the basis of life. The basis of life doesn't accord you free food. It doesn't accord you free housing. It doesn't accord you free fucking clothing. But no, we've got so many people out here in the world that think so. Now, how in the hell are you going to deal with these people? You're going to be able to negotiate? You're going to be able to bargain with a bunch of self-centered, self-absorbed pieces of shit? Excuse my French. No, you can't. You can't. This is what human intelligence is all about, people. You understand? Why do you think they call human intelligence human intelligence? It's about gathering human intelligence so that you can manipulate human beings into doing things that they wouldn't voluntarily do, but will voluntarily do if you have enough intelligence on them to manipulate them to do so. So, I'm just saying, man, I'd much prefer to see a destabilized Middle East and seeing a bunch of wild Yehudis killing each other in the desert. And you know what? It's a desert. What a perfect opportunity for one of these Yehudis to nuke one another so they can eliminate a good couple of million of these freaking fundamental freak shows. And big deal. I mean, it's a desert. You ain't ruining anything. I mean, this is how foreign policy is created, folks. That's why you need to read the The Grand Chessboard by Zbigniew Brzezinski. That's why you have to read Henry Kissinger's book on foreign policy. That's why you have to read political theorists like Karl Marx, even though if you don't believe him, read it. Read Thomas Hobbes. Read Machiavelli. Read Immanuel Kant. Read John Locke. Read Montesquieu. Read. It's a battle of ideas, folks. God damn it, wake up. Wake the goddamn hell up, for Christ's sake. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, all these people that have hopped off the Trump train and whine like a bunch of old broads has just given me a new perspective on people, because I've seen this happen too many times in my life for me to just let it go. You know what I mean? It just goes to show you that people are self-centered pieces of trash. And no matter how much benefit of the doubt, no matter how much leniency, no matter how much charity, no matter how much welfare, no matter how much you give them, no matter what, these pieces of trash in aggregate will be unappreciative to the fucking 1,000th power. Excuse my French. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And I'm also under the same name in the Twitter alternative, Gab. You can get there by typing in your browser, gab.ai. That's the Twitter alternative. I'm there. Politics Ghost is the name to follow there as well, folks. Anyway, we are now in the third hour. I'm sorry to talk about all this foreign policy stuff, but it's just it just bears repeating. I mean, a lot of this foreign policy, international relation stuff kind of goes over people's heads. They don't really get it. They don't really get it. They don't really get it. You know, I got some moron here in the Inner Circle chat who's obviously somebody who's I don't know, do you like kebabs? I mean, so opposing intervention in the Middle East means you want free food? I mean, what an Asperger autist thing to say. Because I said the thing welfare and charity in reference to humanity, and no matter how much how much charity, how much welfare you give to humanity, there are always going to be a bunch of backstabbing, self-centered pieces of trash. This is good. What I'm talking about right here. All right. I'm saying if you oppose Middle Eastern intervention, that's one thing. But to sit here and try to put yourself on some kind of a high horse, just nitpicking at crap without any foundation for what you stand for, well then, by God, what do you stand for? Why don't you call me up right now, flyer, all right? Call me up right now and give me your goddamn explanation of what a perfect fucking society is, all right? Go ahead, call right now. All right, and if you can't call and you can't articulately explain what the hell you're flapping your fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard about, well then, by God, shut your stupid ass and go somewhere else. Stupid, man. I'm sitting over here trying to articulate as articulately as possible that the whole reason why this foreign policy is culminating is far beyond the comprehension of some simple isolationist asshole. Okay? So go ahead. I'm waiting here. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. The freaking lines are open. I'm waiting. I'd love to hear this articulate.
Well, you don't understand, Ghost. I mean, I don't want Middle Eastern intervention. I just want the kebabs just to go all over the world like they have been doing, causing Yehudi jihad. And I just want them to do it. As a matter of fact, I'll have one of them in my house. I'll have one of them. I don't want Middle East intervention. I want to open up my home to them and my wife. Come on down, please.
I mean, seriously, man. Jesus Christ, I'm so sick of people who find it very easy to, pull out one-line quibs. But if you have a definite opposition to a position, then articulate it, because I'd love to hear it. All right, now let's hear it. Tired of freaking people that they think they're so fucking smart, right? They think they're so fucking smart, and yet here we are, 1 minute, this person, Trump train, yeah, Trump this, Trump that. Next minute is acting like some goddamn code pink leftist, for Christ's sake, wanting to save kebabs, for heaven's sake. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell out of here. Call up, boy. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Piece of crap. I mean, why don't y'all turning leftist on me now, boy? I'm telling you this right now. If there's anybody in the inner circle, y'all going to turn leftist because y'all care about a bunch of kebabs and North Koreans, well, get the hell out of here. I'm serious, man. I can't believe this crap. I mean, you see what I'm talking about, people? Everybody's turning into a fucking leftist piece of crap. Yeah. A while back, but a week ago, these same morons were calling for freaking free helicopter rides for freaking leftists, and now they're acting like leftists. Huh? Yeah. Oh, that's great, isn't it? They're calling for free helicopter rides for leftists. Now they're becoming a goddamn leftist, you son of a... Now y'all are becoming leftists. And leftists make me sick. Give me a break. We got pro-kebabs out here. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I mean, give me a break. We got pro-kebabs out here, you know?
Don't bomb the Middle East. Come on, they're kebabs. Come on, they'll figure it out on their own. Just let them cut the clitorises off of little girls. Let them throw women in hijabs and beekeeper suits. Don't worry, they will be just fine, okay? They will be just fine, and we'll hold hands and sing Kumbaya with these guys. We've been doing that for freaking years already. Jesus Christ. Look, I'm sorry, folks. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the Inner Circle chat room, and I can't believe some of the things that I'm reading. I mean, good God. I mean, do you see what I'm saying, though, folks? This will always happen. This is why I'm telling you about Hegelian dialectic. Once a new reality is exposed, then new contradictions are exposed. Then once those new contradictions are exposed, a new reality is exposed, which new contradictions are exposed. So on and so forth. And this is exactly what we're witnessing right now. We are now witnessing the true leftist of those that were on the Trump train just be exposed like a bunch of code pink, hold hands, sing Kumbaya, bunch of crap. Look, I tell you what. Hey, Flyer, I'll tell you what. Okay? I tell you what. since you love the Middle East so much and you're non-interventionist, right? Why don't I send you? I will pay for your flight to go to the Middle East so that you can go and help those people yourself, okay? How about that, flyer? I will send you to the Middle East, all right? And you better have a camera on you and go out there and go help those kebabs since you love them so much, all right? How do you like that? How do you like that? Go out there and go help them out. Go to Syria, all right? How about that? Go to Libya, baby. How about that? I'm serious.
I don't want to be an interventionist. What I'll do is I'll go out there and I will help the world. I will help the Islamic world. I will show them that secularism can be combined with Islam. Yeah, it can be combined with Islam. We can call it Islamocracy. Yeah, Islamocracy. You kebabs like it, right? Islamocracy, where we oblige a certain aspect of Sharia law, but then again, what do? We believe in democracy.
Anyway, I don't think this person's going to call up. I don't blame him. I don't blame him, for Christ's sake. But anyway, I got more things to talk about than, some kebab lover over here, for Christ's sake. And listen, it's not that I'm anti-Muslim either. I mean, there are Muslim countries that are on board with this foreign policy. Because why? Because they're going to mop up and clean up after the freaking whole mess is over. All right? I'm talking about Jordan. I'm talking about Egypt. I'm talking about the UAE. I mean, why do you think that they're playing a pro-America position in this Middle Eastern policy? Because they know that Islamic fundamentalism plays a pivotal role in their national security, or jeopardizing their national security, I should say. And they don't want that to happen. They want the UAE to be sustainable for 100 years. They want the Jordanian dynasty to happen for another 100 years. They want Egypt to happen for another 100 years. And the only way that's going to happen is if you think foreign policy-wise about the future. So that's all I'm saying, folks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But, of course, this is way above y'all's pay grade. All y'all care about is if Trump is going to pay off your goddamn student loans, or, if Trump is going to cut your goddamn Social Security check, or, a bunch of self-centered, self-absorbed pieces of trash. And, to be honest with you, I'm starting to change. I hate to say this. Harvey Dent said in The Dark Knight that you either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And to be honest with you, seeing all these people jump ship off of the Trump train, I'm starting to become a little bit of the villain. I'm going to be honest with you, because it's not just the Trump train abandoning ship thing. I've seen this countless times in life. Countless times in life. I've seen people who would otherwise be devoted to a given subject, to a given group, to a given idea. And then once something doesn't go their way, they hate that group. They hate that idea. They hate that concept. It's really, really sad. Really sad. I mean, a good example of this is like the friendship paradigm. Friendship, for the most part, is a seesaw type of a situation. One's going to weigh down the other. And it's just the way it is. I don't care what type of friendship you're talking about. One is going to weigh down the other. And the one that's weighing down the other, that person is going to be a dependent person in that friendship. Dependent on finances, dependent on whatever. I mean, you know how it is. If you give a friend a ride to work, And then they start getting used to it. And then one time you're like, hey, I can't give you a ride to work. I'm sorry. It's like, oh, yeah? Well, then F you, you piece of crap. I'm not joking. This is how people are, folks. You know, I mean, this is how friendship is created. Friendship is created based upon one party being dependent on another party. And the friendship will last as long as that dependent party continues to mooch off the one that is condoning the dependency. Once the party that condones the dependency stops condoning the dependency, that's when the friendship breaks up. And you see, folks, that's exactly what I witnessed here with this Trump train and people hopping off the Trump train like a bunch of despicable vermin. It reminds me of every situation that I have seen when people have been lied to and disloyal. You know, some of the worst things that I've seen in my life have come from people who have been disloyal. And I think that at this point in time, it proves. I mean, I thought the Trump train movement, man, was a very, very. 2016 was a hell of a year. I mean, we campaigned together. We conjured up energy together. We made the impossible possible. We elected Donald Trump, and now, because something doesn't go your way, one thing doesn't go your way, all of a sudden you hate Trump. All of a sudden you don't like Trump. All of a sudden Trump is just some piece of crap. I hate it. You're like Paul Joseph. Did you see Paul Joseph Watson? Did you see Paul Joseph Watson right after this? Just like literally minutes after the Syrian strikes, this guy's like, I'm no longer on the Trump train anymore. I'm for Rand Paul 2020 now. I can't believe it, you bastard. Yeah, you bloody bastard. All this crap. So, in my view, I'm just saying, whether you agreed with the Syrian strikes or not, I mean, that is not cause for you to literally throw away a whole year's campaign, all the energy, effort that everybody put in to elect this man. But you see, it doesn't matter to self-centered, self-righteous, self-absorbed pieces of trash. And in aggregate, folks, what I am starting to believe is that for the most part, the majority of people are a bunch of self-absorbed pieces of trash who all think that they and their thoughts and their feelings have any kind of a say-so in world or mass events. They believe that what they feel is something that anyone gives two rats' asses about. And you can basically tell who these people are, all right, by how they speak. And you can basically hear these people speak and tell how self-absorbed, self-righteous, and self-centered they are by how many times they use the word I, my, me, I. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just think about this for a second. How many times have you been in conversations with people and you're telling them about something and then they just completely throw the subject off to them? You could be like, yeah, I was looking at this TV the other day, man. I was looking at this goddamn guy who got hit by a car. Oh, man, I couldn't believe it. And,
well, it's like the time I got hit by a car. Oh, I'll never forget it. I remember I was so hurt. I had to go to the hospital, and shut up. This is the mentality that we're dealing with on a global scale. This is the mentality that we're dealing with on a global scale, man. Anyway, look, I'm done talking about this crap. It's obvious that, people are going to disappoint you, and just make that be a lesson to you, folks, all right? That's why you have to be capitalists, and you got to trust other capitalists as far as they're willing to, mutually assist you in your endeavors.
if they ever become dependent, then kick them to the curb. Do not allow anybody who's dependent on you or on your finances, on your means, on your knowledge, cut them like a freaking bad cancer. Anyway, look, I wanted to talk a little bit about Trump publicly blasting Stephen Bannon. Now, for all you Stephen Bannon fans, I think this pretty much spells bad news for you. I couldn't believe it when I heard it myself, but it goes to show you that Bannon probably thought his position was a little bit more important than it actually was. And as a result, Donald Trump has come out and said that, hey, look, I was winning long before Bannon. He is not my brain, and that he and Kushner need to settle whatever dispute they have amongst each other, or he will, quote unquote. So in the end, that's exactly what we're dealing with as it pertains to the Stephen Bannon situation. I believe Stephen Bannon is on his way out. And the reason he's on his way out, folks, is because I personally believe that this guy, he's an ideologue. And ideologues, they're not necessarily going to be able to understand policy making. I mean, ideologues are pretty much, they're no different than Obama. I mean, that's what Obama was. He was an ideologue. He's an idiot who actually thinks that he can solve problems based upon what he thinks, like a whole new concept of foreign policy that he believes, that he concocts. And that's why you have this dispute between Bannon and Kushner, and obviously it is going towards Trump as well, because Trump has publicly stated that Bannon and Kushner better solve this disagreement or he will. And to say that he was winning long before Bannon obviously is an understatement, but to publicly say that he is not my brain, I think that underscores the kind of pertinence that many on the social media were giving Bannon. I think they were giving him way more credence than he actually deserved, and I think the president has pretty much had it with him at this point. And like I said, Bannon is an ideologue, man. He doesn't understand policy. He doesn't understand how to make things cohesive within a government system. He doesn't understand foreign policy, and it shows. It shows. Anyway, for all you Stephen Bannon fans, I think he is on his way out. Trump publicly blasted him, and he wouldn't publicly blast him for no reason. It's obvious that there were certain things that Bannon obviously screwed up in his position of power that can't be overlooked. And to be honest with you, I think that it also signifies how Trump views the independent media at this point. Because as I stated, I think that the independent media that helped get Trump elected, the Alex Jones, the Breitbarts, the Cernoviches, the Milos, these people, they have become a horrible detriment to the face of the Trump administration. And I think it's in Trump's best interest, and he is doing so currently, to distance himself from these alternative media groups who are basically now turning against him because of the Syrian strike. And in my view, I think that these folks like Alex Jones, Cernovich, Lucian Wintrich, all these alt-right jerk dicks, they are now just in it for themselves. And I've said this, even back when Milo went to that Berkeley University debacle, I said that these alt-right personas are no longer caring about the Trump train. They're no longer caring about the Trump agenda. They're caring about themselves. They're caring about their own popularity, their own social status, their own profit. And even if that means it goes against the Trump administration or throws egg on the face of the Trump administration.
So in my view, I think it all culminates into a whole plethora of different reasons why Stephen Bannon is being isolated, and now he may be on his way out.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and recently we've been doing random acts of helpfulness. Like decorating a children's hospital, helping a mom get a tutor for her son, and even replacing stolen tools from a car break-in. And right now, during the Honda Dream Garage sales event, we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda. Like the Accord, a 2017 Car and Driver 10 Best a record 31 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, January 2017.
On his way out. Anyway, let's continue going here. We don't got much time here. Trump, here in a interview that he had with Maria Bartiromo of Fox Business, admitted that indirectly, let's put it that way, that the tax cuts will not be passed by August. That's right, folks. And look, you can't blame the president. You got to blame this Republican Party. This Republican Party is an utter joke under Mitch McConnell and under Paul Ryan. We need folks in the party to start rabble-rousing the base and start realizing that, hey, we are not passing agenda. We are not unified as a party. We should have had a repeal of Obamacare by now. We should have had at least be voting on tax cuts right now. But these assholes in Washington are doing nothing. And it's because there is no true leadership in the Republican Party. All there is fundraisers. I mean, did you hear after the debacle of Paul Ryan not getting health care done with, after the health care, Ryan Care failure, this idiot comes out the pocket and finds $7 million and then transfers it to Republicans that are running for re-election in 2018. I mean, that's why this idiot is House Speaker. It's about the money, all right? This guy's paying his way off to be House Speaker. So, folks, in my view, the reason that we're not going to have tax reform soon enough is because of this lackadaisical approach being put forth by the Republicans. And I think it's sad. I think they're stalling, in my opinion, because they're afraid to discombobulate any constituents coming up in the 2018 elections. Folks, there is an election coming 2018. And that's why you got a lot of these Republicans kind of treading water here, because they don't want to potentially jeopardize any kind of voters that could potentially lose them their position of power. So that's why these folks aren't doing a goddamn thing. But according to Trump, in this interview with Maria Bartiromo, he says that the top priority right now in domestic policy is the repeal of Obamacare. Now, folks, I don't know what the hell that means. I know we need it to be repealed because, first and foremost, we need to make sure that employers aren't mandated to buy their employees' health insurance, all right? That's not economically viable. That's why there's no longer any plethora of full-time work. That's why if you go and try to get a job nowadays, the only thing that you're going to be able to find is like 35-hour-a-week jobs or part-time work, because Obamacare economically sabotaged America from being able to gain work full-time. So that is something that definitely needs to be done, but the alternative that was proposed, Ryan Care, was a joke, was an utter joke. So I'm very curious to see what the Republicans concoct as it pertains to a new repeal of Obamacare, but it needs to be something, man. It needs to be something that brings down the premiums. I mean, I don't understand why we still have to have health insurance, but you all know my thoughts on that. But brings down the premiums and is able to be affordable enough for people to be able to live and get goddamn health care. I mean, I'm not joking around, folks. Obamacare is an economic sabotage. I mean, before Obamacare, there were a plethora of 40-hour-a-week jobs. Hell,
there were a plethora of overtime work. Y'all remember overtime? Oh, man, I remember people used to live on overtime, man. People would pay their bills on what they worked, and then they would work 20, 25 hours overtime so they could be able to go out. You know, maybe go out to a movie. Maybe go out to grab something to eat. You know what I'm saying? We don't have overtime anymore. We don't even have full-time work thanks to Obamacare, and that's the economic sabotage that Obama and the Democrats did to our economy. That's why the job market sucks, man. And that's why health care reform is the most important right now. Health care is the most important right now because if we leave Obamacare as it is going to bankrupt the government. And that was the point. The point was to make this scam, because that's what Obamacare was a scam, so that it could bankrupt itself, so that it can be redebated at a later time. And what would the debate be? Well, first of all, you're going to have to bail out the health insurance industry because those are the entities that are going to be the ones taking the quote-unquote brunt end of the implosion of Obamacare. So more tax dollars are going to be sent to the health insurance industry to bail them out. And then as a result, folks, they're going to introduce single-payer health care. That is a prelude to single-payer health care. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, folks, all right? So I don't know what's going to happen here, but we need to stay political. This is what I keep telling you, man. I mean, don't get mad at Trump at Syria. You need to get on these Republicans in the House, in the Senate, and tell them to start passing goddamn policy. Start passing policy that they said that they were going to run on. They said they were going to pass. Start passing the repeal of Obamacare. Start passing the tax cuts. Start passing the goddamn infrastructure bill. You stupid, lazy pieces of trash. You goddamn Republican, power-hungry, autocrat pieces of bureaucratic shit. Do something for the American people. You were voted in as a majority, Republicans. You soulless cash whores. You were voted in as a majority. What are you doing? What are you doing sitting on your thumb, for Christ's sake? Good God. Give me the freaking... Oh, you know what, though? You know what the Republicans did get all on board for, huh? Selling our internet privacy. Let me go ahead and retweet that. Thank you, Liberty Capitalists. Yeah, that's what the Republicans got all on board for, huh? Yeah, selling our internet privacy. Oh, that's great. By God, do you understand why I keep telling you got to get political? And political doesn't mean like Flyer over here in the goddamn inner circle chat, flapping your fat Cheeto-stained fingers, saying a bunch of zingers, not doing crap. If you have a genuine concern, if you truly believe in something, well, then, by God, get up off your fat ass and do something about it. You need to get up and get political about it. You're not going to do a goddamn thing flapping your fat Cheeto-stained fingers on a keyboard thinking that anybody gives a crap. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Jesus Christ, give me the freaking money. I mean, I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of coming up on here every day telling you gotta be political. You gotta be political. Nobody's fucking listening. Nobody's listening. You know what? I'm so done talking about politics now. I'm done. I was supposed to talk about, what was I supposed to talk about? I was supposed to talk about Trump, considering that he may fire James Comey, the FBI director, which he should. He's a piece of trash. James Comey is a despicable person as it pertains to the Bureau, that's for sure. Freaking bureaucrat. I also wanted to talk a little bit about how Jeff Sessions is, quote, surprised at the backlash to his marijuana rhetoric. Can you believe that? He's surprised? Are you kidding me? Half the goddamn country has the damn freaking marijuana legal for leisurely purposes, for Christ's sake, and he's surprised? I mean, half the goddamn country is bombed out of their minds with this weaponized marijuana, for Christ's sake, and you're surprised? I'm serious. You got weaponized marijuana out there that's got people bombed out of their minds. And if you want my personal opinion, I attribute that to the liberal lunacy that is so just flagrant, for a lack of a better term, out here. Freaking weaponized marijuana, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, weaponized marijuana. Have you ever heard of this stuff, man, that's coming out nowadays? I mean, they're putting it in edibles now. These people are going to the hospital. They're getting bombed out of their minds. Weaponized marijuana, man. I mean, they got, what was it called? Dro? You know, what's it got? Dro? Doty? What do you call it? Doty? What do you call it? What do you call that? I don't even know. Dank? I mean, this is weaponized marijuana, man. You know, grass, you know, tobacco, whacker tobacco. You know, never mind, man. Anyway, once again, Attorney General Jeff Sessions is surprised that a backlash is happening to his marijuana rhetoric. Yeah, no kidding, all right? Did y'all hear that Venezuela's Maduro was pelted by protesters while leaving a rally, as the food crisis worsens? I'm telling you, man, you're talking about a humanitarian crisis over there in Venezuela. These people are starving to death, and I know that I have been going over and over and over about the whole Venezuela crisis, but it bears repeating, man. It bears repeating because these people are starving to death because of the incompetence of central planning of the communist government of Venezuela. So for all you communists and all you socialists, Venezuela is all I got to say, all right? Venezuela. And what are you goddamn communists and socialists going to say to that?
That's not really communism. You know, that's not really communism.
Stupid morons. Anyway, look, let me go ahead and get last but not least, and then we're going to move on to Radio Graffiti. Now, I do want to talk about this subject because I'm tired of this stuff. I'm tired of this epidemic. I've been talking about this for some years now. Have you read the article that I tweeted some time ago here? I think I tweeted it the day before yesterday. The Rise of Kidults. The rise of kidults. Kidults. Adults that don't want to grow up. They want to be Toys R Us kids. The rise of kidults. Can you believe this crap? Let me tell you something, all right? I am getting sick and tired of this man-child America. Let me go ahead and retweet this article. Here it is, right here. Here it is. The Rise of Kidults, Why Toys Are No Longer for Children. I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, if you are one of these so-called kidults, then you should castrate yourself immediately. I'm not joking around. I'm not joking around. I mean, if you are spending your money, and you're a man, and you're spending your money on toys, figurines, comic books, any kind of little kiddish type of regalia and paraphernalia, please castrate yourself, okay? I'm not joking. Balls cut off. Castrate yourself, please. I don't like this whole episode or this epidemic of kidults. I really don't like it. As a matter of fact, I think that any older person that has an obsession with toys should obviously be looked after by some vice squad, to say the least. Kidults, look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay?
This is why we have a lot of lonely males in America today. Got a lot of lonely males out here. And the reason that we got a lot of lonely males is because no woman is going to want to voluntarily drop their trowel to some stupid, pathetic man-child who would prefer waxing his carrot to a figurine of some sort than to actually use a woman's body as a sexual playground because you're a man! You're a man! What happened to the men in this country, man? You know something, folks? I am listened to by a lot of women. You know that? I'm looking at the metrics that Blog Talk Radio gives me as far as the demographics and the ages and the countries and the genders. I am listened to by more women than I am men. And, you know, I find that ironic because I am not a very favorable person towards the feminist strife, all right? I'm not the biggest feminist, pro-feminist guy in the world. But why do I have a whole bunch of women listening to this broadcast? Because they miss men. They miss men. They miss men being strong, boisterous. They miss men having answers and being smart and understanding things. They miss men that aren't afraid, that have no fear, that don't play with toys, that think video games are for kids. They miss men that are strong, that'll protect them, that they know will protect them, that will look at them googly-eyed because they know they will protect them. What do you have nowadays? I mean, look at the men. Look at the men we have here. And let me tell you, I am not impressed. The type of men that we have here is the equivalent of something that just popped out of the anal passage of a glory hole serviced by Greg Louganis. And Greg Louganis has the AIDS. I'm not joking around. This is really, really a disgusting, despicable sight whenever I look at the modern male of today. And you know, the Inner Circle and I, we were having a movie night here recently. We were watching a movie in which there was a lot of women that, you know, they cheated or they messed around behind their man's back, and every time they were busted, every woman would say, yeah, but he talked to me, and nobody's ever talked to me like intimate like that in a long time, and he talked to me. I mean, that's all the women kept saying. He talked to me. He talked to me. Talk, talk, talk. That's all you got to do is talk to these women. You can have them by the palm of your hands, but you see, we don't even have men that can talk anymore. We don't even have men that can talk anymore. You hear them. All right, you hear these people that are calling up. Hey, Ghost, all I'm trying to do is write nice stories about incontinence. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to write nice stories about Pampers and ponies. That's all you have to do is learn how to talk to women. That's all you got to do is learn how to talk. That's all you got to learn how to do. All right? Now, how do you talk to them? First of all, women don't care about you, man, okay? So all you aspy, think that you and your endeavors are pertinent to the world, that ain't going to cut it with women. Women don't care about you. They care about talking about themselves to you. And if you can ask the appropriate questions in which they're talking about themselves to you, and you give them the decent reaction like, whoa, wow, really? Wow, that's awesome. I mean, you're in there. You're in there. Anyway, the rise of adults is just one more element of proof that the absolute pussification, the absolute and utter pussification of the American male is here. And it seems like it's here to stay, to say the least. The absolute pussification of the American male. It's here.
and it seems like it's here to stay, for heaven's sake. Good God. You know what? I'm done. Let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, all right? And I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti. And for you folks that are big fans of Radio Graffiti, we do have a Saturday night troll show that's hosted by yours truly every Saturday night, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And by the looks of the My Kids merch, it looks like we may have a third hour. We already have 30 minutes added, but it looks like we may have a third hour here for the broadcast for the Saturday Night Troll Show. Anyway, we do have a full hour of Radio Graffiti. For all you people that love Radio Graffiti, once again, Saturday Night Troll Show, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, same place, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, with that being said, oh yeah, and if you want some My Kids merch to try to help the folks on the Saturday Night Troll Show get an hour, and not to mention, there's other stipulations on there. If they sell enough, 2 hours of Radio Graffiti will basically be implemented. If they sell enough, we will put the whole goddamn show as Radio Graffiti. It's up to you. It's up to the people. That's the beautiful part about this show. It's up to you. The people create the show. The people created the Saturday Night Troll Show. The people. Anyway, folks, do we got any goddamn Radio Graffiti calls, engineer? All right. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to some Radio Graffiti right now. How about anonymous Radio Graffiti? All right, we've got a Helen Keller deaf mute. How about anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Hello, this is George Soros, and I want to let everybody know that everything is going according to plan. Trump bombing Syria was absolutely my idea, as it was Ghost spreading my propaganda, because the world is mine. True capitalist radio is mine. Donald Trump is mine. United States is mine.
That says, shut up, you stupid ass. Shut this stupid moron up. Shut him up. Shut this stupid moron up. Trying to sound like George Soros. Piece of crap. Give me the damn mic. Give me the mic. Hey, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody propping up George Soros propaganda here, all right, boy? Son of a bitch. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
In Western Equestria, born and raised on the rock farm is where I spent most of my days. But ponytails wear Twilight Sparkle at me. Applejack, rainbow sweater, tie, rarity. She learned one little lesson, that's all it took. Ask her about French because she wrote the book. And she turned fishy, doing something bad. Did you like how to feel about it? Well, never find it. Wings in a castle, so don't even trip. She's Twilight Sparkle, the princess of friendship.
Our new season starts Saturday, April 15th at 11:30 a.m. only on Discovery Family.
Hey, shut up! Don't be plugging My Little Pony on my show. What are you doing? Get that brony crap out of here, man. Good God, man, I'm getting infested by bronies. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
It's a magical goat guardian. Does this look like a deadly situation? Ow! Hey! Bad mountain goat.
I sure am lucky you showed up when you did. Wait, what do you mean by that?
We are the Crystal Gems. We'll always save the day. And if you think we can't, we'll always find a way. That's why we pull out this world. Believe in goodness and methods and Steven.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this
Obama
message.
Shut up, you stupid moron. That was stupid. That was stupid. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Cleveland Brown Radio Graffiti. Templeton, you can shove your dog dick out my mouth.
No, we're not doing that sick, twisted crap, you pervert. Good Lord. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? Yeah, great, another Helen Keller deaf mute, for heaven's sake. How about 360 Radio Graffiti? Hold on a second. Sorry, my bad. 360 Radio Graffiti.
Son of a bitch. Those are my...
Over 90% of all Fortune 500 companies share one thing in common. You can find a Veridesk on their desks. Here's why. Research says sitting is the new smoking. But people who stand more and sit less say their back feels better and that they're more productive. Veridesk is crafted to last a lifetime. It's height adjustable and there's no assembly. All the details are at Veridesk.com. VARIdesk.com. The original Veridesk. Join the movement.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Go ahead, 360.
J-Man Capitalist Radio Graffiti.
Don't make fun of the inner circle, you son of a bitch. Those are my friends.
Seriously, I don't want to have any friends. And I don't have any friends.
Tell me sweet little lies.
Shut up, all right? Just shove it up your ass. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Take the damn microphone out your ass, boy. 352 Radio Graffiti. Oh yeah, well.
Hey, Ghost. This is Alex Jones. You think you can out-Alex Jones me? Let's see you try to sell Brain Force. You take one pill, and it gets rid of all the globalists.
What the hell? Get this idiot. Get him out of here. Jesus Christ, man. How about 352 Radio Graffiti?
J-Man Capitalist Radio Graffiti.
Drunk Ghost versus Sober Ghost. Drunk Ghost. Sober Ghost.
You know what? Why don't you go shove it up your freaking ass? Shut up! Just shut up! Why don't you just shut up, all of you, man? Look, I need to stop drinking, man. I just gotta stop drinking, for Christ's sake, man. Stop trying to tempt me to drink. Stop trying to tempt me to drink. Give me the damn mic. Son of a bitch. Give me the freaking mic. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Sparta Radio Graffiti.
This is True Miller Time Radio. True Miller Time Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of liver damage.
Give him beer or give him death.
You know what? I'm drinking after that. Give me a freaking mic. Give me the mic.
You know what? After that, I'm drinking. You know what? You people are aborting me now. Is that it? Huh? And you all think it's so funny, don't you?
Broadcasting from Alcoholics Anonymous in San Antonio, Texas.
I don't even know what the hell to cheers to for Christ. What do I cheers to, man? I don't even know what the cheers do.
And now he'll take it from here. Your host, the beer drinker of beer drinkers, the relapsed alcoholic they call Ghost.
Yeah, real funny, asshole, real funny. Shove it up your ass. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Good Lord. The sign on my ass says exit only. Jesus Christ, man. Jeez, this is just disgusting, man. Good God. Jesus Christ. Man, you sick son of a bitch! You're sick! Sick Carlos! What the hell is your obsession with poo? What is your obsession, you sick, twisted morons? What is your obsession with pinching loaves? Can you explain this to me? What is your obsession with pinching a loaf? Good God, give me the mic. Give me the mic. You sick sons of bitches, man. 530 Radio Graffiti. We get it, all right. Well, I don't know what the hell that was about. Oh, some kind of alien communication or something. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Helen Keller, deaf mute.
Great, another Helen. Yeah, shut up, all right? You're too late. How about 713 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, what's going on, Ghost? How's it going?
How's it going, man?
Hey, well, I just wanted to ask you, because, you actually talked about these kiddos earlier and all these man-children, but, I just wanted to say, do you, recommend any kind of pharmaceutical penile enlargement supplicant for these man-children?
Well, what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? They're putting condoms on G.I. Joes and sitting on them. I don't understand what the question is. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Night Prowler Radio Graffiti. Anyway, folks, let's get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about oral compilation between me and Michelle Obama. 15.5-inch Alabama Black Snake. All right? Go ahead and open your legs. Michelle, I wanna suck your dick. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's rather tasty. Man, that's rather tasty there. Good stuff. You sick son of a... You sick son of a bitch! You're sick! You're a perverted bunch of bastards! You sick, racist, perverted bastards! You guys are sick! I mean, how much more perverted, how much more racist can you get? Oh, my God, give me the You bastards, man. I'm telling you, freaking bastards, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. The inner ghost anal passage. We got to apply pressure, for Christ's sake.
Don't worry, Ghost. I've got your back.
Oh. Man, you fucking pervert. You're pervert! You're pervert! Oh, yeah! on this goddamn freaking Fruit Bowl Wednesday. How perverted can you get? Good God. Good God, man. Give me the freaking... Give me the... Sick! Anonymous radio goddamn graffiti! Oh, great, a Helen Keller deaf mute. Like, we got enough time for that crap. Son of a bitch. Anonymous radio graffiti. What the hell is that for crap? Anonymous radio graffiti.
Will always stay the same.
No, shut this crap off, for Christ's sake. Anonymous radio graffiti.
This is Sparta radio graffiti. Look, what's going on between me and Raiden Snake is personal, all right?
Trying to hold back the feeling, but so
You know, you bastards better leave Raiden Snake alone, or I'm gonna put punitive damages on your asses. I'm not even joking, man. 614 radio goddamn graffiti. Okay, I guess you're just sitting there playing with your Peter Popper. How about 352 radio graffiti?
Anyway, we've got J-Man Capitalist radio graffiti.
Drunk Ghost versus Sober Ghost. Drunk Ghost. And Sober Ghost, after eating a lot of butter.
Yeah, you know what? Shut up. You know, I'm done with this freaking show. I deserve more respect from you bastards!